share a story. A story about a boy who I don't know if I'm able to do this, but I have to. It's my only chance. Let me share this story about a boy. It starts with his mother, who hates herself so much. So fucking much. That it's even unspeakable. And she's racist. And she thinks of this great idea to find a black man who's mentally ill and easily manipulatable and poor from Africa to get impregnated by her. To impregnate her. Because she has no one, she's a white woman in a state full of white people, and she has no one to abuse. There's no one below her, really. And she has a lot of frustration and hidden desires that are very not nice, mostly illegal. So she thinks of this great plan to find a man from Africa who's mentally ill and very poor. She gets impregnated by him. And the plan sounds like this. You know who I hate more than myself? Black people. But this black man is strong. He would beat the shit out of me if I was doing to him what I want, and also it's not what I really want. Because I like children. And I hate black people. So I'm gonna have black children. I'm gonna have mixed children with this black guy. It's gonna be very easy to get pregnant by him. Because he thinks of me as a trophy wife because I'm white and he's black and poor. So I'm gonna have mixed children with him. And I'm gonna abuse these children. And because we live in a state where there's only white people, white privileged, racist people, nobody's gonna help these children. So this woman has a boy, and the boy is already born with health diseases because he knows what he's coming from for him. And this woman is fucking sociopath. She starts to sexually abuse her own child. Sexually, mentally, emotionally. There's no one to help this boy because this mentally ill father, you remember him, this mentally ill father from Africa is an alcoholic. He likes to abuse too. He likes to beat children a lot. So this boy is just helpless. He's helpless. He's being abused at home. He's being abused in school. He's being abused by random adult people. This boy has nightmares. This boy cannot sleep. This boy, by age of 5, this boy has a major depression. But nobody cares. He's a black child. He always end up in a hospital with some kind of internal disease, with him having bellyache. Having bellyache, he doesn't know, but he has a bellyache. Because his mother is abusing him with douche regularly, so he's having bellyache. By the time he's going to kindergarten, he's not able to. He doesn't want to go to kindergarten. This boy grows up with all of this shit. His mother cannot sexually abuse him anymore because he's too old. He would remember, he would tell someone. And she's very smart. So she divorces this black, alcoholic, mentally ill husband. She's gonna find a privileged white one. Because she's like, now it's time to have some more privilege. And you know what? She's like, hey, you white dude, you look abusive too, you look sociopathic too. Do you want me? Cause here I have 2 black slaves for free you can use too. And he's like, why not? And you know what? I also love children in a very special way. So he uses his new black slaves to fulfill all his desires. He likes them a lot. This boy tries to leave. This boy tries to find love, so he fell in love. He falls in love with a girl. He barely escapes the same fate as his father to have children with the white woman who's so fucking abusive and just want black children just to abuse them. He escapes this fate at age of 19. He escapes this fate just by this little. He has no friends, he has no nothing. He's trying to make his own life in a new city, escaping from his family. But he's so fucking fucked up already, he's not able. He's working so hard, but remember, this country is full of white racist people. Nobody's gonna give him work because he's kinda just like weird, you know. And so this boy goes. He's trying to escape his mother. He doesn't know. He don't remember. He don't remember shit because he was 4 years old, remember? And everything that came after that was not that bad. Wasn't. No, the worst shit was when he was 4. So everything that came after that was just like kind of acceptable. He doesn't remember any of this. He's just has this feeling that he has to escape his mother, and it's not going very well. He goes to another city, big city. He's trying to find himself. Because he doesn't know any of this. What happens. He doesn't notice he's being sexually abused by other people. He does not know he's doing sexual work. to just have a place to stay. Whoever whoever finds him and offer him a place to stay can do whatever he wants to do with him. And this boy is trying to educate himself to get a better job, to get a better life, to escape. He's trying to escape to Paris. But his father finds him. His father finds him, and his father is gonna tell everyone that this boy wanted to kill him. So everyone thinks that this boy is murderer. So he cannot stay in France, he has to go back to his abusive parents. His father dies. His father dies for COVID, and this boy is relieved. And he's starting to remember finally what happened. He's starting to remember how his father abused him. He's starting to remember that his mother abused him. He spends a year and a half in his flat just crying, not being able to wake up, being abused by multiple people. This boy has this one little dream that it's gonna be over one day and he's gonna be able to live his little life somewhere nice. By age of 27, this boy is so fucked up he cannot. He was abused. Everything he knows in his life was abuse, was sexual abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, material abuse. And there's no one trusting him because his parents are privileged white blacks. And he's gay and he's brown and he's in a homophobic, racist state. And he will not get help anywhere, and he's broke as fuck. And the only reason why he's not homeless, overdosed somewhere on the street, is because his father died, luckily. And he has a place to stay because he inherited partly a flat that he can stay at. And he's hiding from everything. He's trying to hide from his mother, but his mother is always finding her way how to get back. And this boy is trapped. This boy is able to survive all of this, just dreaming about one day escaping. But he's tired. He's so fucking tired that he's just lying around, remembering stuff he doesn't want to know, just crying for help, but there's no one. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm 27, and the first time of my life I realized this story. I did not know. It was my life. I was putting the blame on myself. I was thinking that I thought that I'm not trying hard now. didn't know. I didn't know any of this. It was hidden in front of my eyes, and I did this. I did this to myself. I hid it from myself because me. It took me a year and a half to not do anything, just sleep, to grow strong enough to just realize this. I hid it from myself because if I knew, I would. I have this dream that one day people gonna discover my music, and I'll just gonna be finally able to leave this shithole. It's my only chance. I cannot do anything else. You know, the worst part is right now in my head, there is still a thought that I'm making all this up, that I'm just being crazy. Because I would rather label myself crazy and attention whore than to believe all of this. I'm still looking at this story as it's not my story. As it's not. I'm just pretending that I'm living normal life, that I'm just doing my groceries or whatever. That I'm just a normal person, I'm just working on my nice music, and one day it's gonna be fine. And then I'm fine. I still don't want to believe this. Still don't want to believe this. And the hell I've been through just realizing this. Just going to the point when I can admit this. That this is my life story. You cannot imagine the hallucinations I had. My brain was fighting against it. My whole body was fighting against it. My brain wanted to believe rather in shit like that I am a robot, or that I am an ancient civilization. That I come from ancient civilization or whatever, and I'm just being haunted by the system, like I'm Neo from Matrix. I put myself into all of these fictions, because my brain was not able at all to accept this. Funniest thing, I cannot afford a therapist. I had to do all this on my own, like everything. And even if I was able to offer it, even if I was able to have a therapist, because I was at some point. Remember how I told you this country is racist. The therapist is racist too. No matter where I go, there is no black queer therapist in this country that would help me. There's just none. So all the help I'm finding is just online. It's just me educating myself, me getting the knowledge, me being my own therapist, me working with myself for years. And I know I cannot even, I go to therapy, it's the worst. It's the worst. I go to therapy, and I know these crazy white privileged bitches, they're just gaslighting me. My first therapist told me that my parents are just parenting me. I was not aware at the time. I was 19. I was not aware of the sexual abuse. I was not. It was suppressed so hard. I just wanted to get through it. That's why I went to a therapist. But she just like stopped me at me just complaining about my mother bullshitting me, and she was like, your parents aren't just parenting you. You just. And I'm like, I left, and every time I think about it, I just want to burn her diploma. She's a licensed therapist. My other therapist told me after a session where I told her that my father abused me, that my Congolese father abused me, After the session, she was like, "And where are you from?" I was like, "Are you having this question that is driving me crazy?" But I'm like, "Yeah, my father is Congolese. My father, I told you, I told you about my father beating the shit out of me. Yeah, he's Congolese. That's why I'm brown, if you're asking about it." And she was like, "Ah, Africa. Africa is so beautiful. I've been to Africa many times, and it's just so beautiful." That was my therapist. That was the best therapist I could get in Prague. My parents are still after me, and they still stalk me, they still check on me. My mom wants me to get labeled crazy because she doesn't know I'm talking. She's trying to blame it on my father. Because my father is dead, so I can blame my father, without any consequences, and she's gonna get away from it, and I'm gonna be labeled just as mentally unstable, and she's trying to get me on a psychic ward, either on a psychic ward and get me killed. I swear to God, she's pushing all my buttons all of the time. To get to the result of me dissolving into the universe with her problems, right? But I'm here, and I swear to God, these bitches don't know. These bitches don't know I know. I have to still play dumb, and I have no one to talk to. All my friends, I realized this year, all my friends were racist and homophobic, and I had to cut them off. They were so racist. They just were fetishizing me, and they just wanted to fuck me because I'm black. I have no one to talk to. Everyone I know was abusing me at some point. I'm just here with my dog, trying to survive day to day, hoping that there's gonna be end to this one day. People don't want to hear this. People don't want to get. People don't want to hear this. effort. They want to not see that this is our society, that this is the society I grew up with, and that this is possible. This is possible in Europe to do this. Nobody wants to see it, and that's why it's happening. That's why it's happening. Nobody wants to see my mother as a sociopath and a racist. Nobody. That's why she was able to abuse me for so long. I have so many stories. There was just a short. This was just a shortcut. So many things happened in between. I met so many people, so many different people. I tried to escape so many times. I tried to hide my passport. I tried to hide my stuff. I tried to escape to different countries, and they always caught me. They always brought me back. But I feel like I'm not gonna be able to escape without processing this, without putting this out. Cause I was always like to people, I was like, just help me find a job or help me find something, you know what I mean? I wanted to deal with this myself. I did not want to involve people, other people. I did not want to tell them. I was not strong enough to tell them though. I tried so many times and I'm tired and I don't see it going nowhere unless I'm gonna put this out. And since I have no therapist, I cannot afford any therapist, and even if I could, they would be racist and deny all of this shit. There's no government helping me, there's no, I don't know, and even if there was, I tried so many times. I don't want, no, like I escaped all this abuse. This is my cry for help. I escaped all this abuse. I used all my life energy to escape this abuse. I'm barely waking up day to day, and I know I did a good job. And I'm not able to do anything else. I'm not able to do anything else. I know that. And I know I've done a lot. I know I've done enough. And I just need people to help me because I cannot. Even if there was an organization, I don't know. I don't have the strength. I barely have the strength to talk about this. If there was an organization that could help me, I need them to help me by reaching me. I need people to help me. First time in my life, I feel I'm not able to make this, to finish this on my own. This is bigger than me, and I'm not gaslighting myself about not trying hard enough. I survived. I survived all of this shit. One day I'm gonna tell everyone everything. I'm gonna write books. I'm gonna write songs. I'm gonna write movies. I'm gonna write so much. I'm gonna tell every single shit that happened to me in my life. Just so it won't happen to anyone else. And I released this with a message. This is, I know I'm smart, I'm smart and talented. This did not happen to me because No, it was just bad luck. It was bad luck. But it was also not a bad luck. I was a perfect victim. It was a perfect condition. And I'm lucky I escaped. Like, I'm so lucky. I, I ended up on the intervention center 3 months ago, and they were wondering, like, they knew like 10% of what happened to me, and they wondered, like, how am I still alive? This doctor just asked me, like, and how are you here? I told her just a little bit. And now I'm realizing just me surviving all of this is miracle. Miracle, and I'm sending this message. This is not my fault. None of it that happened to me. I was born and I was sexually abused. I was abused before I was born. I was abused by my mother as a leverage on my father before I was born, and I was already born with the deep trauma. I was already born with the deep trauma, and I have the worst atopic eczema ever when I was 2 weeks old. And I couldn't stop crying. I was already born traumatized, and none of this is my fault. None of this is fault of that I chose to be non-binary and black. This is a fault of society, and I want society to fix this. I want society to fix this. I'm a sweet, nice person. And all I've ever encountered was abuse. And it was not my fault. I was born into this. And I did not even, statistically, and I know, like, practically, I did not even had a chance. I had like zero chance to ever escape this. And yet here I am, and I'm asking the society, deal with this. Deal with this. Deal with this. Stop bullshitting yourself about some stupid. I was a child. I was 4 years old, and I was born just so my mother can sexually abuse me, and nobody would help me. And here you are fighting your little wars about, like, what is it to be a woman and what should not men wear, and I was like, go fuck yourself. There's children being abused by their own parents because they're born as slaves. As stop being fucking blind. I'm so angry, and I feel so angry, but I also feel so strong. I'm proud of myself. There's been years and years and years and hours of mental work that I did on myself, and I know that if I wasn't so self-aware and so smart, I would never figure it out. I would never figure it out. I would never figure out that this is happening to me. I would be always wondering, why am I still depressed? I would never, because no therapist was able to even get to the point when I told them that I'm being abused. Just like in general, no therapist. No, I was multiple times in a hospital with with problems, internal gastro problems, multiple times. They sent me to therapists. They did test on me. They wondered, why am I in hospital so often. Nobody was able to. No, nobody, no fucking body. And I trusted nobody. Nobody, nobody. And the only people that paid attention to me were abusers that were aware of the fact that I was abused as a child, so they can abuse me again. I met in my from the year of 19 to the year of 26 to now, I met so many people that fucking raped me, and I did not know. And I still don't want to know. I still don't want to know. I still want to think that I fell in love with them. But like, at this point, no, I did not fall in love with them. I made myself believe that I fell in love with them. Just because that's easier, you know. When you think, when you know, I learned that as a child. When you know there is no fucking way how to escape sexual abuse, the best way how to survive that is make yourself think that you actually like this. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. I don't know, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna be glad if I fell asleep after this. Just send help, please. Send help. That's all I'm asking. Just send help, please. My dream is just to live a normal life, you know, just to have food, few of nice clothes, and safe place to stay. I've never had that without thinking that I have to fight for it with my life, being surrounded by racist, homophobic, that even when I go to groceries I have to be prepared to being attacked, and I'm traumatized just to buy my fucking groceries, and I had to push myself through all of this. I had to fight all my anxieties because if I did not I would die. I cannot afford, like some of my friends that were mentally having issues with mental health. I was like, damn, it was I not dealing with my mental issues like them, I'd be dead by now. You know, I don't have to. It's even a privilege, you know. Even being able to like admit your going to therapy is a privilege. Choosing not to do certain things because you're traumatized and your body just like freeze and you're having panic attacks, so that's a privilege. Being diagnosed with ADHD and autism so you don't have to do certain stuff, that's a privilege that I did not have any ever fucking ever. I had to push through everything, every fucking single thing. I had to push through. I had to work hard. I was working hard in winter on the street till my feet were so frozen that they were aching when I was walking. And I had to push through all of this. I knew I had to push through all of my anxieties and all of this stuff. I was triggered 24/7. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. And I knew that if I'm not gonna push through this, I'm never gonna make it out. I had to survive. I could not be labeled as like, you know, and no way. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I'm ending up on the mental facility, psychiatric facility. No, not ever. I was bullied in school just because these people, these teachers, were homophobic or racist. I did not know. It was just feeling we're different, and they were affecting my life a lot. It was just in school. I'm not ending up on a psychiatric ward knowing that this state is full of racist, homophobic doctors. I had a psychiatrist and he was gaslighting me. He did not care about me whatsoever. Whatsoever, he sent me home when I should have been sent into hospital. Into hospital. I was suicidal at that time, and I told him everything. And I should have been sent to hospital immediately. He did not care about me. He sent me home with medicaments. He just wanted me dead. And also, this psychiatrist was ordered. The psychiatrist, my mom is so crazy that she took me to the psychiatrist. She took me to the psychiatrist, and I think the psychiatrist is just linked with her. I think he has instructions from her or something. She's rich. My mom is rich. That's why she's That's why she's able to afford slaves. And yeah, I was put down by my psychiatrist, so I'm never ever ending on psychiatric ward. I don't trust these people. I know they're homophobic and racist, and I don't want them to be in charge of my medication and telling me that I'm crazy. Because I'm not crazy. I'm very much sane. I'm very much self-aware. And I'm fighting with all of this trauma. I'm being sober and I'm fighting with it. And I'm winning. None of these fucks with their diplomas, with their racist whole doctrine, the whole system of psychiatry and psychology is so fucking racist and homophobic. Everything. They're not taking control over my life. That's what my mom would want to. I mean, psychiatric wards, like crazy idea. Psychiatric wards are created for this specific reason, so rich people can put their kids that they abused somewhere, or their relatives somewhere. They can be put somewhere when they're labeled as crazy and the problem is there. But all of this comes from trauma, from abuse. We all know that already. At some point I thought I'm having borderline and that I'm having split persona disorder. I was having emotional dysfunction for sure. That's just a PTSD thing anyway. And I thought I'm really, like, I thought I'm mentally ill. Like, I thought I'm having a personality disorder. Because I had these delusions and I had these, like, my memory was like so fragmented, and I had hallucinations. I lost my sense of reality. And if I got myself at that point, if I got myself to psychiatry and I would tell them what is happening to me, they would label me as a mentally unstable person with the disorders, and they would leave it like that, and I would get medication, and that's it. If I got at this point, if I got, you know what I mean? And I would never get to the point when I realized that all of this was just like my brain protecting itself from the pain, from the realization that my mother is capable of doing this to me, that my whole family is capable to doing this to me, because she was not alone in this, and that this is my life. My brain was just protecting protecting itself from the pain, from the trauma, trying to believe in the craziest shit. And I would be so fucking, but it was just, I found out that, like, now I'm good, basically. I'm stabilized after 2 months of fucking hell. Like, intense fucking hell. Like, intense. My memories were coming back. No, you don't want this. You don't want this. Now I'm stabilized and now I'm able to do something. Back then, if I went somewhere, they would just lock me up, dose me with the medication, and I would never find out. And they would never want me to find out what's wrong. Because, this system of psychology, they don't want you to find out what is the source of the problem, because the source of the problem is this system. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. So I'm closing this with saying, now I know I'm a very sane person. I don't have any disorder. I did not make this up. I'm saying this to myself. Maybe I'll watch this video one day. I did not make this up. This all is true. My emotions are true. It's just very hard for anyone. It would be very hard to process this kind of information. And I would rather believe that this is all my fault and that I'm crazy than admit the pain. The pain. You cannot fathom the pain from this. So I'm sane. I want to live. I'm not suicidal anymore. I want to live. I still believe there's a chance for me to live a normal life out of abuse. I still believe, like, it's a crazy right now. I want to one day to watch this video and say, like, my God, back in the days when I was 26 and life outside of abuse was the wildest dream for me. I'm telling you, life outside of abuse right now, it's the wildest dream from me. It's like you dream about one day going to Mars, going to space. That's comparable with me being somewhere not abused. One day I just want to look at this video and be just sad about how I felt, but be safe. And be happy for myself that I said all of this, and then I worked through all of this, and then I managed to get myself to the point where I'm able to find a safe space, and I'm gonna be happy for myself, and I'm gonna be grateful that I dealt with it and that I never gave up, even though I wanted to give up so many times, so fucking many times. I want to watch this video, and this is message to my future self. I love you. I hope you're happy. I hope you're not dead. Please enjoy your life for me. I know you're talented and smart and beautiful, and the world needs to see your talents and everything. You was not made to hide yourself in a flat, eating rotten food, being covered by shit. You was not made for that. That's not what you deserve. The world needs to see your beauty, because I know you're beautiful. You have to be appreciated. You gotta be appreciated so fucking hard for everything. Just being yourself. Cause you fucking deserve everything. You what? You deserve everything you've ever dreamed of. You're the strongest person I know. You're the strongest person I know. I love you. And I'm proud. You better, you better shoot a fucking blockbuster about all of this. You better do. You better do. You better let them bitches know that they cannot do this anymore without. They cannot do this anymore. End of the abuse. End of the abuse. Gonna go to sleep. So, see you.